Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all all are having a really good day today. Today I am going to do a red French tip gel nail, and let's get started. Okay, so first off, I'm just going to, I think I'm going to go in. We're going to clip the nail to prep for the tip. I have the wrong pair. I hope everybody's had a good day today. I know school's fixing to start back pretty soon. I know y'all are all ready for that. We've had some pretty hot days this week. Well, I think last week was the cool day that we had. Now, and again, since this is just a plastic hand that I'm working with, I'm obviously using something a little bit more coarser, or I would feel like that would be a little coarser for a nail. So just keep that in mind. When you're working on your natural nails, you want to use something a little bit more finer to remove the shine. And I'm just buffing. Okay, now let me see. I'm going to size the tip that we're wanting to use for the nail. Let me see. They don't look like they're out one. Let me try this one. That's about the same size. We're just gonna go ahead and use it because I don't think that there's any other size in this. And the nail glue that I am going to be using today is Pro's Choice Brush On Nail Glue. And I will add, if y'all are using this nail glue, be careful not to get it on the carpet. I was working on a nail one day. I think it was my nails. I don't know if I was practicing on a practice hand or if I was using a doing my own nails, but I accidentally got some of the glue on the carpet and it caused a reaction. It looked like it was burning the carpet. it was kind of creepy, but because I've never seen a glue do that. But I guess that shows how quickly activated this chemical in the glue is. And it's supposed to be like a quick drying glue, but sometimes I find that this glue right here just doesn't dry as fast. Maybe it's because it's getting a little older. I have had this glue for a very long time. Because as y'all know, I am not a professional. I do my own nails. And I do work a lot. So I don't have time to constantly do my nails all the time. So that is why I still have leftover glue for that lasts a long time. And I'm gonna try again. Sometimes it takes a little bit for this to stick. I'm not sure why. Like I said, it might be because of the fact this glue is a little older. But like I said, be careful around the carpet if y'all are doing y'all's nails at home and not going to a nail salon, because it will cause a chemical burn on the carpet. Like the carpet was literally smoking after one drop. Like it was having a chemical reaction. I actually thought the carpet was on fire. It was pretty weird. But it just kind of made a little spot on the carpet. And that spot is really, I don't even think I can even get that up. Okay, so while that is finishing drying, I'm gonna go in with the Prep and Clean dehydrant and dehydrate the nail. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with the Mia's Secret Professional Nail System, and this is no burn acid-free primer, and it's extra bond for acrylic and UV gels. Primer pour on, I have no idea what that says. There it is. And I'm just gonna add not even like a whole lot. Now on the primers, I'm just gonna say y'all don't have to add a whole lot. It's just there to help bond the product to the nail. It's supposed to help it adhere better. Hopefully I can cut this without this breaking off. Okay. Nope, it broke. I'm gonna have to reapply the glue, but that's okay. I may just have to buy some more glue. But that is okay. But I'm kind of one of these people that would rather finish something up before I start on something else or use something else. And again, most of y'all are probably going to ask why I'm not wearing gloves. It's because gloves don't, I believe I said in a previous video that I have done that when I use gloves, they don't work out for me like they do everybody else. I can't ever get anything. I can't ever get the tips on right. The tips end up sticking to the glove. And plus, I am used to doing these. I'm used to doing nails without gloves, so that answers that question. And I understand that I could have a reaction to the gel and to the acrylic. But like I said, I have tried it several times and it just don't work out for me. Things just don't work out very well for others like they do some. So using, like for example, some people may prefer gel over acrylic. It works out for them better when doing so. Or some people may prefer acrylic than gel. That is not covering that nail very well, like it was in the very beginning. So, yeah. Or some people might have reactions to other products. Some people may only be able to use OPI. Some people may be able to use Me a Secret. So there's just a lot of things that come into play that works for others that don't work for me or you. And I have been doing this for a little while. So I kind of understand a little bit about the fact I could have a chemical reaction of some kind. And I do understand completely. But hopefully this, I'm going to give this nail a few minutes to set. So today, for the nail that we're going to do, I am going to go in after I file this a little bit better, or as best as I can for the moment. Okay, I'm going to go in with the IVD hard gel, LED UV builder gel, and it's in the clear transparent. And guys, this bottle has been used so many times, it does look a little rough. And then I'm going to also, for the tip color, I'm going to use the red, number 15. And this is a gel, and it can cure, I believe, in the UV lamp and LED, or UV lamp and LED. So you can use it in both. And it is a soak off gel polish. So if y'all wanted to get this, it's on Amazon, along with this right here, I believe. Let me see if this is ready to file. Hopefully it is. And I'm just going to file gently. So, I did a Snow White nail previously. Y'all should go check that out. And I did a Hello Kitty nail. I think I did all the prepping though first before I started the video as far as doing the nail. But today I decided to go through the whole process because people need to see how to do it. Well, how I do it. Everybody else might do it differently. And I'm just blending the nail in and shaping it to what I want it to look like, or the desired shape. And when you're filing and shaping, don't forget to I can't talk today, but don't forget to blend it up here. Sometimes I blend it, sometimes I don't. I guess sometimes it's a preference. And all you're doing when you're filing the nail and stuff, you're just kind of prepping it for the product to adhere. As y'all know, products does not adhere very well to shiny, oily nails like this. You want to remove the shine. And sometimes if you can get the product to stick, it won't stay very well, or they'll pop off quicker. That's just a little bit more. Okay, let's slide that back on. Now I am going to use an alcohol wipe and wipe the dust off. After filing, so it doesn't get in the nail. Okay, now I'm going to start applying the product. I'm just going to take some of the product on my brush. And I'm just going to put it right here. Some people like to start at the top. I like to start in between the tip and the nail. Excuse me. But I just find that this works for me better. It might be easy to some of y'all, especially y'all that are beginning on doing the nails and stuff. This might work out better for y'all. Y'all might find that y'all may have way more control. But I just prefer to do this because it works out for me the best. But again, if y'all want to start off at the very top, feel free to do so. This is just how I do my nails, how I prefer to do my nails. I'm I'm just going to add a little bit more product. But used to, I thought this was really hard. This ain't really that hard. Getting the nail perfect, and I would watch somebody on YouTube and I'd be like, man, I don't think I can do that. But with a little bit of practice, I believe any of y'all could do any of this. It just takes a little bit of practice. And sometimes I'm still not that great either. And I like to go back and just kind of look over the nail really good, and just, if there's any imperfections that I don't like, I usually try to do it as best as I can before I cure it, but sometimes you have to file it to fix it. Okay. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to cure this nail. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe off a tacky layer to this nail. Some of y'all know it as the adhesion layer. Okay, I'm just going to wipe my brush off, set it off to the side. And now, make sure I got that off the tip. Okay. Now I'm just going to proceed to go ahead and file again, because when you add the product, sometimes it kind of makes the nail a little bit more chunkier, and what you have already filed may need to be filed again. And again, I'm just going over the product and trying to smooth it out as best as I can. And I'll be back with you in one moment. Okay. You just want to get the sides really good. Just smooth the nail out. I've got some really exciting things that I'm going to be working on, or actually reviews I've thought about doing for makeup. I'm kind of excited about that. So that is what I had planned on doing in the future for these videos, along with nailed videos, and of course the animal. I think I'm going to start doing more nails and makeup more than anything. Product reviews, stuff like that. To let y'all know what I prefer, what I like. And I'll tell y'all if it works or if it doesn't work for me. Some things, keep in mind when y'all are watching those, that some things may work for me that may not work for you. Like, some people have really dry skin, some people have really oily skin. So, everything is a little different for some people. And that's okay. That's what makes us all unique. And if we was all perfect and all like the same, in other words, that would be like really boring. And I think that everybody's perfect in their own way. And that's why things are different for some people than they are others. Sometimes I kind of wonder that myself, but okay, so there is that nail. Now we are ready to do the product with the polish. Product with the polish. We're ready to go in and do the polish part. Wow, this red is so gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna start over here. And I'm gonna come down. And I'm just gonna drag a lot of this color down. Then I'm gonna go into my bottle and get a little bit more. And if y'all are just beginning, as I stress in a lot of my other videos, don't worry about how perfect it's gonna be at first. Because sometimes it takes a little bit for it to turn out right. When I very first started, I started doing acrylics, and I like acrylic too. Acrylic just takes a little bit longer to dry because I like to use the slow drying odorless acrylic. And like I said in some of my videos, my dad, the smell just of the one with the older kind of makes him sick. So I have to do the odorless. The smell doesn't really bother me so much, but it does bother him and my mom. It gives them headaches. And I'm just gonna kind of go in and sharpen that just a little bit. Don't forget to get the sides because sometimes those are easily missed, especially if they're underneath the nail. Just, like I said, I'm just checking the sides. And if you're using gel, don't forget that you can wipe this off and try again. I'll be right back. I'm going to pop this in the UV lamp. Okay. So now, I thought about keeping this plain. And y'all could stop here and add a top coat of y'all's choice. But I think I'm going to add a nail decal. And y'all can get these off of Amazon. I had forgot where I got these from, because I do shop on Amazon a lot, but sometimes I shop somewhere else, or other places sometimes, and I've done forgot where I've got these from. Let me see if I can find my tweezers. Here they are. I think I'm wanting to do this one up here at the top. And I think I'm going to add this one at the bottom. Okay. Okay. This may be too big of a piece. So, gonna try to put it right here. Let me see. No, I don't think I like that. I'm gonna put this back on the paper. Let's try this one. I like that one. That's a little big too, but it matches that nail, or that flower. And I think that the flowers need stones in the center. So I'm gonna put this back up. I really like this. I never really cared about using nail decals before. If I could get this in the package. I am going to see if I can find Let's see. Let's check the bottom drawer and see. Ooh, yes. I like these ones. Okay. I am going to go in and get with the top coat that I'm going to use in a minute. It's called the IBD Intense Seal LED UV No Cleanse Top Coat. This is one of my favorites, guys. But I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit in the center of the nail. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and put it over the whole nail. And then add the stones. That way I'm not having to go around it. I didn't think of that from the very beginning, guys. Sorry about that. Really like this tip. I might actually do a French tip red. I don't think I had red in a long time. I normally do this for Christmas as far as the red, but today I'm just gonna kind of get a little bit of the top coat on my dotting tool. Gotta flip this over. Guys, it done turned over on me. Okay. Whoa, that just makes it look gorgeous. I like that. Very pretty. I'll be back in a few minutes. I think I am going to go ahead and apply another coat. I just can't believe how gorgeous this is. And normally I just do one coat. But I want to make sure this nail is covered really good. Because sometimes the nail decals like to stick out. Okay, guys, this is the finished nail. I think it turned out really pretty. I think it'd be a really pretty prom nail. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to also hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a video. Have a good day, y'all.